Sorry guys, don't know what happened. YouTube always does this all the time. I see it with every creator when you're trying to go live, so I'll wait for everyone to come back over here. Hope you guys aren't still on that other video. I'll give you guys a chance. So sorry. Lady Mindset. Hypnotherapy and coaching. Girl, I need you. I need you to hypnotize me. Thank you so much, guys. You know what? You guys are the ones that really, truly empower me too, okay? Hi, Kelly Bell. I'm so sorry. YouTube does this crap. They just like kick you off and then you have to start it all over again. I will hit you up for sure. I will check your channel and I will subscribe, I promise. Guys, this is just a very horrific case, and we can't forget the real victims here, okay? If this family showed me any type of remorse, and I'm talking about Chris's interrogation videos too, when Ronnie is being told that his son had to murder the wife because Chris lied and stated the mother killed them, all he stated was, "Dear God, son, dear God, if that was me, oh my God, I would have been dropping to the floor. Somebody sedate me immediately, because that would have hit me so hard. I would have needed to be highly sedated and probably in a mental institute. And I'm telling you the truth, that would have killed me. And I didn't see that, guys. I didn't see that at all. I have watched them very closely. When she chose to talk, she only chose to talk about her son. Ronnie's statement, he did say about Shanann, so we'll give that to him. And he did call Shanann his daughter. And I honestly, truly believe that Ronnie did like Shanann. If you listen to his interrogation videos, guys, when he's talking about Shanann, keep in mind his son is in trouble and he knows it. So he's got to take up for his son in any way possible, because that's his son. And his son is going to go first. He's always going to come first, okay? That is a given. But guys, I'm not trying to be mean here, because that's just not who I am. What I'm trying to do is clear Shanann, okay? And when they stated what happened to that sweet boy with Shanann, well, I just want to show the world that, no, that's not what happened to that sweet boy. No. No, girl. It's not what happened. Now, if they were to come out and say, you know what my son did was horrific. We are mourning the loss of our grandchildren. This is truly terrible. That never happened. Not wanting not one thing but trophies and a toolbox that you had to pawn. I can't comprehend that, guys. I can't wrap my mind around that. Yes, Lucid, justice has not been served. I believe that. Absolutely. And my mind is not at peace, okay? So you see a lot of people will leave comments, get over it, you know? You're obsessed with this case and all you people are crazy that, you know, keep talking about this and blah, blah, blah. Well, you clicked on the video, so obviously you're obsessed with it too. So back off. And also, what he did is horrific. I mean, it's just horrific, guys. Every night that I lay my head down, I thank God for my loved ones. And every morning when I wake up and I put my feet to the ground, I say, thank you, God, because I'm able to put my feet to the ground. You know, there are so many children that are silenced. And I've noticed also the week before the murders, these baby girls were very avoidant of Chris. Their body language really shows that. You guys can go back on videos and that proves it. My heart truly breaks for the RZUCEKs, guys. And when I get comments that slander Shanann and slander little Frankie, and little Frankie watches my videos, he commented on my videos, that breaks my heart. I don't want him to see that crap. I don't. And so I try to weed all that out and don't let him see that, because he doesn't need to see that. You know, there are some vile people in the world, and it breaks my heart, because where is the love and where is the compassion that we need to have as human beings? As human beings, we have that right to be loved and respected as human beings. You know? And this isn't to just say, oh, I'm going to just make you guys the terrible people here and do tit for tat. I'm not about tit for tat, okay? This isn't about tit for tat. This is about what you stated about Shanann and what I need to clear up. Chris had what most men would love to have. Like, absolutely. He had a beautiful wife. Look how beautiful Shanann was. Look how beautiful those baby girls were. He had a little son on the way. But yet, Kessinger wanted to have his first son. So in Chris's sick, twisted mind, he thought, oh my God, I gotta let Kessinger have her first, like I promised in my birthday cards to her. If you guys go back on my videos, I posted those birthday cards where Chris left her some coded messages, in my opinion. And I'll be the first to say right now, I never ever thought Kessinger had anything to do with the actual murders. I still don't think her hands were in the murders. But I do believe, after hearing Chris's last confession and him stating what he said, that made me really look at her a little closer, guys, and I'm not gonna lie, because he inadvertently told on her. So keep that in mind. He accidentally told on her. And I don't think he was aware of what he had done. So that made my radar go up, okay? And so, like Charles Manson, I'm going to compare her to. You know, manipulation is a strong thing, guys. As victims of domestic violence, any victim will tell you, manipulation really does screw with your head. People are easily manipulated. Like I say all the time, there's a saying, to the extent of which one believes is real, it becomes real to them. So, you know, and I also like to state, your body harbors what your mind manifests. So if you manifest nothing but spitefulness and jealousy and evilness, that's what your body's harboring. You know? But I want everyone to know that my heart is in the right place, okay? It's not about bashing people. It's not about putting people down. I mean, I have more compassion, okay, than that. But just because the judge recognized them as victims, through the Victims Act does not mean that me as a victim's advocate has to agree with the judge and recognize them. I don't. And that's my opinion, and that's my own feelings, okay? And I'm entitled to have those feelings. So, you know, people may not like the videos that I post because I do say and support Shanann and her family. I had to put my foot down when it came to a comment that poor Frankie had to leave on my page saying, "Why would you say that about my sister when you don't even know her?" That broke my heart, guys. And then when I went back at this vile commenter, they threatened my life. But I was in the right place at the right time when they did that. Because I don't take too kindly to threatening my life. No one should, guys. Nobody should take that lightly. Take that seriously. And yes, Sherry, you are absolutely correct. Yes, Rebecca, you post facts, though on some, the other channels just post lies. Yes, I've even had creators from other channels come at me, and I don't even talk about them. And I'm puzzled going, what? If you guys in your channel is actually saying that you're trying to clear Shanann, why would you come at the one person that really is trying to clear Shanann? When I tell you that I work so hard in this, guys, I work so hard in this, I lose sleep trying to clear her, you know, and trying to clear Frankie. And when I got a couple comments a couple days ago stating these horrible things about Frankie, and I am a victim's advocate against child abuse, and I do not condone that behavior. No way. So I would be the first to stand up and say, Frankie, buddy, you're wrong. Guys, trust me when I tell you that. So when I look at Frankie and I see, you know, his little charges, get the heck out of here. Who the heck started that? A channel did, and then people believe it, and then they run with it, and then they come to my channel and they comment it, because they know Chris confessed, so now they gotta come at me and attack me. But why? Why are we attacking the person that's actually standing up for the victims? The ones that no longer have a voice? Like, honestly, say what you want to say about me. Like, I don't care. I really don't. You know, but I do, and I am sensitive. Don't get me wrong. I'm only human, guys. But when they attack people that are mourning, that breaks my heart. And I really feel compelled to clear that crap up and clear it up immediately. And don't put this family through everything they've already been through. And when I say that, guys, you know, I get choked up because I see this all the time where victims really are made to feel like they're the fault, they're the problem. And they're not. They're not. They're not the problem. You know? Yes, they lost their son. That's all I see them mourning for, is their son. But guess what? You can talk to your son. You can go visit him in May. You're on his visiting list. You can write him letters. I'm sure you can even go and sit down and have a conversation with him. But guess what? Sandy and Frank and little Frankie, they can't. They gotta go to a burial site and talk. And they don't get I love you back. They don't get nothing back. Nothing. Nothing. So that's heartbreaking to me, guys. And when I see these vile comments, honestly, it breaks my heart for the people that make these comments, because I'm saying to myself, wow, you really feel that way? Like, you're really that mean of a person that you have to say that? You know? And then you go and attack Shanann's finances and all of that. Guys, keep in mind, she got into debt because she got sick with her illness of lupus. And it's an autoimmune disease that attacks your own healthy cells, okay? Stress also makes it worse for a person that struggles with lupus. And she also had to have neck surgery that she could not work for several months. I believe 3 months. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, so she did have to dig into Chris's 401k. That's her husband. What? She didn't have the right to do that? She did. And keep in mind, she was paying those medical bills, okay? And keep in mind, you know, when I made a video about these people and talking about their home, guys, I'm not saying that because their home is small or, you know, the material things in life matter, because to me, material things don't mean anything. You can always rebuild. You can always get that stuff back. Material things don't mean nothing, okay? I want to clarify that. But what I am saying, when you're talking about a narcissist, material things do matter to them. It matters to them. So I just hope everyone follows that. And, you know, also understand that I, growing up as a child, had nothing. I always wanted a Cabbage Patch Kid, and my mom, you know, not having the money, my father was an alcoholic, not having the money, she would make our stuff, and she would make me Cabbage Patch Kids. But then all my friends had the real Cabbage Patch Kids with a little stamp on its butt. But you know what? I love that Cabbage Patch Kid my mom would make me, because it was special to me. Because she made it out of love. She made it from her heart. So, yeah, I like nice things. I do. I'm not going to lie. But I also know that I work hard for my things in life. And I can honestly tell you, I was in domestic violence myself. I was married to an abuser for 12 years. I endured the most horrific abuse until he tried to kill me and my children. And I got out of it, guys. I got out of it. It took 12 years to get out of it. But I did. And I had to leave everything. And again, I'm going to say it again. I drove a rust bucket car that I had to get for myself. A rust bucket car. But I was so proud of that rust bucket car, because I got it for myself. And then when he told me, you know what? You don't have shit anymore, B-I-T-C-H. I said, you're right. I don't, but I have myself. I have myself. And guys, that's what really matters here. You know, so I want everyone to know that, you know, if you are a victim of domestic violence, those material things don't mean anything. You can always rebuild, 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 rebuild. You can find a wonderful man, and don't ever let that wonderful man, you know, pay for what you went through. You know, it's hard as a victim of domestic violence to trust people. It's hard to get close to people because, you know, you do lack that trust in other people. But know that, you know, my message that I'm trying to send to everyone is to just show the truth, guys. To give you an idea of what Shanann had to go through. And you guys, you wouldn't believe it, you know, you wouldn't believe it. Yes, always smiling men can suffer domestic violence, and they do. they do absolutely suffer domestic violence. A lot of the men, 9 times out of 10, do not come forward. They won't, and they don't. So keep that in mind. I'm not ever saying that men do not suffer domestic violence. I want to clear that right now, that there are men that are in domestic violence situations themselves, but because they're a man, they're too afraid to say that they are a victim. Yeah, maybe Ronnie is. You're right, Catherine. To get caught up on what's going on. Keisha, I'll have to figure out what you mean. So men who suffered abuse, harder for them to come forward. It is because, you know, they feel like a man and they don't want to say, you know, that they're being abused. They don't want to say that they're being verbally abused, you know? They don't want to have to say that. And, you know, because they're a man. Hi, Allison. So, guys, you know, yeah, you're right, Trump. A man doesn't want to look weak. Exactly, because they're the man. And as a woman, guys, women want to feel loved. We want to feel appreciated. We want to feel protected. And believe it or not, even when we come across as a strong woman, you know, to our man, and we're powerful, you know. And I think at times when my advocacy comes out, my husband gets a little intimidated sometimes. But there's times when I tell my husband, I just need you to hold me. You know, because when he does, I feel protected. Because as a woman, they do make us feel protected. When we do have a good man, they do protect us. And as women, guys, imagine if you're a man right now and you have little girls, you are the first man they fall in love with. And so you set the mold in their most informative years of their life. You're setting that for them. How you treat them is who they're going to look for in the future. They're going to look for that man that's like their daddy. And imagine, you know, you having to protect your baby girls. That's what a father does, you know, they protect. And the baby girls always go to their daddy for protection. Well, just like a wife goes to her husband for protection. And husbands are normally very protective of their wives and their children. And, you know, they're very protective. So we're not talking about normal people here, guys. Thank you, Allison. I was feeling sorry for Ronnie till I heard his statement after Chris confessed and how he bashed Shanann. Yes, I heard that too, and that broke my heart. I mean, that really did. But I think what he thought at the time, Chris had him manipulated, and Chris had him believing that it was Shanann. Because keep in mind, the night before the murders, on the 12th, Ronnie asked to FaceTime the girls, and Chris told him, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And Ronnie said, well, do you think Bella will tell Shanann? And Chris stated, yeah, she will. Well, guys, keep in mind, before that, Shanann said she never told them to stay out of their life. They chose to do that. They chose to block them off of Facebook. They chose to not call. So Chris was lying to his father, okay? Just like the doll picture, he was lying to his father. So keep in mind, as a father, and I'm going to be biased, or unbiased here, sorry, and be objective when it comes to Ronnie right now, is that Chris manipulated this man, okay, into believing what Chris wanted him to believe, that Shanann sent that picture. Shanann did all that, just like the letter. That letter is true. This one right here put him up to that letter after he had a conversation with her. So he's going to go automatically on defense and try to tear Shanann down to defend his son and to, you know, he knows his son's about ready to go to jail. So he's going to do everything he can to defend his son. Now, what got me was during the confession of Ronnie, or actually not confession, I'm sorry. During the sentencing, Ronnie couldn't speak. The public defender had to speak for him, and the words that she spoke volumes to me. He did talk about his granddaughters, and he did acknowledge Shanann as his daughter. This one, on the other hand, when she chose to spoke, it was just completely to Chris. Completely to Chris. That I don't understand, guys, and I never will. You know? I'm going to go back and read some comments, guys. Just to catch up. I do not like his mother or dad, Lisa says. First name, last name. They were defensive immediately. Absolutely. Ronnie looks broken. Yeah, he does. I believe Cindy wouldn't let Ronnie openly like Shanann. Of course not. And now keep in mind, Chris's latest confession stated that incident with the peanuts is what, you know, was the icing on the cake there. That's what broke the camel's back. She really went berserk because Shanann wanted to protect her child. You know, it's a deathly, you know, allergy that if people aren't aware of could kill that baby immediately, guys. Immediately. And this one's such a narcissist to do what she did. Well, she's just going to have to learn, you know, that she can't have everything that she wants. No. She asked you to get all the allergy stuff out of the home because a 3-year-old is not going to know the difference of anything. That 3-year-old doesn't understand why she can't have ice cream. What if her allergy, you know, and she touched the ice cream just with her finger and being deathly allergic? And you're going to want to test that. So when Shanann goes outside, you tell your daughter to go and get a bowl of peanuts and put them out now? Just to further aggravate Shanann and make her even more scared? Guys, if my child is deathly allergic to something and I see this going on and then I go outside to cool myself off, then I come back in and now there's a big old bowl of peanuts. Is that not a tit for tat? Is that not a vindictive move? That tells me that's a very vindictive move on this one's part. Why would you do that? So then she's got to get him on her side. And if you don't, well, there's going to be hell to pay. I believe Cindy wouldn't let Ronnie openly like Shanann. Kelly Bell, I believe you are right. And keep in mind, if you guys go to that confession video that I had posted, when the lawyer's speaking, she's not liking what the lawyer's stating, okay? He was totally broken. He couldn't even speak. And when he was having the attorney speak for him, she wasn't agreeing with it. She really wasn't. Because like she stated, What happened to that boy? That sweet boy in high school? Shanann. Shanann's what happened to that sweet boy. And that's what she believes. And that's the facts. That came out of her mouth. I have the video. It's up. Go look at my videos, guys. Yes, Lucid, he is the beta male following orders from Cindy. I'm saying all this because justice has not been served. The truth will come out soon. First name, last name, yes, very sad. Lucid Tarot, I can't sleep because of it. I know, I go to bed with them on my mind. I wake up with them on my mind, guys. Jessica Nelson, the sad part is they honestly believe that they are putting out there what they are putting out. They do. They really do. Still Pearl, I have a daughter the same age as Bella, and I can't wrap my mind around this. And I have become obsessed with this case. I'm not ashamed of it either. No, because it captivated all of the people that have a heart, that have compassion, that have empathy. That's why. They captured our heart, you know? Lady Mindset, it makes me grateful to be alone. That makes me happy, sad, and relieved all at the same time. Clearing Selling, Cindy would have hated anyone. Absolutely. She would have never accepted any woman in Chris's life, guys. Not one woman. Normally, you know, my son, my youngest son, is my baby. And he'll always be my baby, okay? When I first met his girlfriend, his wife now, you know, I had my thoughts, and then she said something that she corrected him when he said something that wasn't too nice. She immediately corrected him, and I said, that's the girl he needs, someone to put him in his place, right there, to get him when he's not speaking the right way. And so she is the mother of my granddaughters, and she gave me the best gift in the world, and that's my granddaughters. And we do have our moments of disagreements. Yes, we do. I'm not a mother-in-law from hell. I hope I'm not. But I do say things to her when I feel like I need to, as she says things to me. But we also let it go, speak our mind, and agree to disagree, and we move on. And I respect her, and that is the mother of my grandchildren. And also keep in mind, I used to cook my son dinner. I used to do his clothes. I used to clean. I used to do it all. And then his new wife comes along and she does it all. You know, and then you think, you know, he don't listen to me no more. He's listening to his new wife. But guess what? A normal person would say, well, that's part of life. It's called empty nest syndrome, and we got to let go. We got to know now that, you know, they have a wife. They moved on. We want them to have a good life. And hope that they are having a good life. Proud American. Chris had what most men would have given anything to have. You're absolutely right. I'd look after him as a big sis. Lucid Tarot. These are going so fast, guys. Sorry if I miss any of your comments. Catherine Harvey, the thing of it is, we could have been Shanann and our kids, little Bella and Cece. Yes. Yes. Kelly Jane, thank you for supporting the real victims. You're welcome. And I always will support the real victims, guys. I will. That's my heart, my soul, my passion. When I tell you that, I'm telling you that from the bottom of my heart. Proud American, he would have eventually... I lost that comment. Rebecca Taylor, Rebecca. Sorry, I thought you meant me. Yes, we are back. Charles Manson used drugs and he used sex. Yep, you're right. They weren't called the family for nothing. Charles Manson used drugs to control those kids, and she used sex to control Chris Watts. I believe you're true. And Kate is the Pied Piper. She's a Jezebel spirit. Even Chris talked about being controlled by her in his February 2019 interview. Catherine Harvey. They are not victims. They caused this for their hatred for Shanann. Yes, they did. Just listening mostly, but Cindy Watts has shown no class and no caring for her grandchildren. Why do you think Chris never moved back home after he left at 18? He knew probably intuitively about her. And also keep in mind, Shanann stated in the Discovery Files, no one ever protected you from your mother. Sorry, I felt you deserved better. Guys, that's very telling. Appreciate how you do. Thank you, Kelly. Tina, really not at all. Thank you, Catherine. So are you. You're a good person, too. Yes, Lucid Tarot. The people that attack you are supporting psychopaths. They are. I'm seeing this Tina girl. Hopefully the moderators got her. Just more trolls. I mean, like, this is a devastating story, and you still got these trolls that just feel like, you know, they gotta be mean. Like, come on. Like, I honestly feel sorry for you. Your self-esteem needs to be built up. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're a good person. You know, whatever you've been told as a child or in your life, you know, whoever tore you down, that you feel like you have to tear other people's down, you know, build yourself up. Empower yourself. Thank you, Shanette. You have both heart and brain at the right place. I didn't see a fetal alcohol syndrome. That had to have been some type of troll trying to go with that stupid rumor about Shanann that a creator had started, which totally proves that Shanann was not intoxicated. So yep, those two dope friends created a monster. They can still talk to him and visit him in prison. The RZUCEK family cannot do that. How on earth is that the same? It is not the same. It's awful. Harley Chick, I think they don't want to accept that their son did. Yeah. Now they're faced to accept it, because right now they're completely quiet. White Light, I have lupus and I'm in so much pain. I'm so sorry, and I bet you are. It is a horrible illness. Truly horrible. Trump, big deal. Shanann wasn't great with finances. None of that matters now. Actually, she was pretty good with finances, guys. I've learned that Shanann was extremely careful with her finances. Put a lot of her money into building money because it takes money to actually make money. So she had also was paying off her medical debt. So keep that in mind. Chris was the one that spent recklessly, and I can prove that to everybody. Lady mindset, I was with a narcissist abuser. Yes, so you know how their mindset is. I think it was Chris Watts was bad with money. He had nothing until Shanann. Catherine Harvey, you are absolutely right. And I can once again tell you guys, I can prove that. I can prove that. So we had only seen an extension of themselves as she would most worried about how bad this looks for her. You know, also, guys, what I was trying to get at, too, in this video right here that I was making is that, you know, it's not the size of the house and the material things. It's saying, you know what, I want my son to do good. I mean, geez, if my son became a millionaire, I would, like, love that. Because then he wouldn't have to come to me and ask me for anything, for one. But also for the mere fact that I want him to do better. I want him to have a life that's better than what I have. Doesn't every parent want their child to have more than what we can give? You know? I have searched everywhere for that interview of his parents. I can't find it. Has it been removed? On her phone, on her house? Alright, I'm going to go to that video just so you can see it. Let me find it real quick. You can hear it out of her own mouth. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I think this one's it.
4 days only at Bear's Furniture. Shop $50 million in inventory ready for immediate.
I don't think that's it. Hold on one second. I'm going to get you that video. I believe it is this one. Alright, so you can hear it out of your own mouth. Let me see. Maybe it's not. Give me a second. I want to let you guys hear it out of her own mouth, what she did and what she stated. Ah. Hold on a second. I'll find it. I think this is the one. Let me just make sure before we get.
This is sentence.
Trying to do this with one hand.
It is appropriate. We cannot begin.
Okay, nope, it's not that one. Let me try to find it, guys. Oh, I know which one it is. Hold on. Just remembered. Alright, it's definitely this one. This is People magazine that got exclusive rights to this interview. So let's just go with, this is misspoken. The Lambert attorney at the top. Chris and Shanann. Let me just fast forward it real quick and go to her. According to Stephen. That it was pretty much over. Trying to do this with one hand. Give me a second. Shows you a psychopath. Sentences without the part. The Dr. Phil interview. Pretty sure this is the video. Very gruesome. Jeez, if any of my moderators can help me out on that. Maybe it's this one. I don't think it is. Let's see if it's this one. Just got done spraying it down with some F11. F11 is no joke. Alright, it's one of these. I think it's this one right here. What's with bodies? Plus. Here we go. There it is.
I mean, if he didn't kill the children, I want him to say so. Let them prove it.
Chris Watts might have pleaded guilty to all 9 counts against him last week in a Colorado courtroom, but his family says there are still unanswered questions about the case.
I want the truth. I do want the truth to come out. I don't want this to happen to anyone else. You know, he was normal. He was a normal kid, and I don't know what happened.
Shanann's family responded to the Watts family interview today, insisting they made, quote, vicious, grotesque, and utterly false statements about Shanann. Watts' family said they believed the version of events laid out in the initial affidavit, that the only reason their son killed Shanann was because he had seen her strangling their children.
What happened to that kid from Pine Forest High School?
What happened to that kid from Pine Forest High School? He met Shanann. That's what happened to him, because that boy, he knew what he wanted to do. He went to NASCAR Technical Institute. It has been a nightmare.
Wow.
A complete...
Okay, did you guys hear that? Did everybody hear that?
Kid from Pine Forest High School.
One more time.
What happened to that kid from Pine Forest High School? He met Shanann. That's what happened to him, because that boy, he knew what he wanted to do. He went to NASCAR Technical Institute. It has been a nightmare.
Wow.
A complete nightmare. It has been so overwhelming, and I feel like I have to do something to help my son, I need to do something. If he's not going to fight, I want to fight for him.
This is before he pleaded guilty.
The Watts family told me they felt Shanann was dangerous. They didn't even go to the couple's wedding. In fact, they believed that Chris knew he was going to get life in prison for killing his wife and disposing of the girl's body. So this is why he confessed to all 9 counts. Shanann's family said, quote, her memory and reputation deserves to be protected, and her family is fully prepared to do so.
Okay, so right there, you guys heard it out of her own mouth, right? Right there. That's what she said. What happened to that sweet boy in high school? Shanann happened to that sweet boy. I don't hear anything about her sweet, innocent granddaughters. So Shanann caused it all. So guys, understand my heart is in the right place. And my heart is going to protect Shanann. And I will do everything I can to protect her, because that's not what happened to that sweet boy right there. Because that sweet boy right there was just a fake facade. Okay? And that is what drives me absolutely bonkers, and why I stand where I stand with this. Thanks, Misty, for your hard work. Oh, good, Loopy Lisa. I'm so glad you're recommended. I hope you subscribed. Is it possible Chris Watts was taking cocaine while he was doing all this, and with NK like father, like son? Karen, I'd only be speculating. I don't know that to be a fact. I'm old and had to go to bed too. I was in my 30s for the Ted Bundy mess. Somehow this is worse. Yes. They did really hurt Shanann. Guys, when they went on national television bashing Shanann and putting it all on Shanann, they could have went back and did that to the same. But you notice that they said, no, Chris was a good father. He was a good husband. Like, they still stuck by it. They could have definitely, you know, went at him and nitpicked everything he did as a father. But they didn't. And so we have to, you know, stand up for the rightful people that you stand up for. And that's the victims. Those are who we stand up for. Sherry A. Shanann was doing great. She was raising 2 girls and a mentally handicapped man. Amen, Sherry. Chris is just to blame for their financial situation. Absolutely. Yeah, Karen, I would love my son to get a wife like Shanann. Yeah, because Shanann had a wonderful heart. Guys, evident by all the people that loved her. I mean, look at it. She captured the whole world. Evident by her friends, their persistence. Look at Atkinson. Like, really, that was determination. That was so much love that she did for Shanann. I mean, come on. That shows you the type of person. They say that it's evident by the type of person you are is by how many people show up to your wedding and how many people show up to your funeral. And that tells you the type of person you are and what type of life you lived, okay? And then I hear some comments that will state, let them rest in peace. Well, how can they rest in peace when so much hate and slander is thrown their way, for one? And I also am a firm believer that it's not the date of birth or the date of death. It's what's in between the date of birth and between to the date of death. That life that was once lived, that they once lived. That to me is what you look at. They had a life that they once lived. And you celebrate that. And as long as you never forget that and you keep them in your memory, then they will live forever in your hearts and in your memory. That to me is what's important. And a grave and headstone shows the existence, that they existed on this universe, so that you can go back to the 1920s and even later, and go to these grave sites and see these people and when they were born and when they died, and go, wow, they existed on this universe. A lot of people do ancestor researches because you don't know anything about your ancestors. Because guess what? Everyone stopped talking about them. So to me, you don't. You keep that memory alive and that beautiful life that they once lived, and let it live on in your heart and in your memory. That brings comfort, knowing that they live on in the hearts and in the minds and in the memories of their loved ones. You know? And that's just my opinion. That's just my belief. Yeah, Chris did not have a girlfriend before he met Shanann. No, he didn't. Alright, Missy, I think we got a troll on here. Okay, you got her. Like, see guys, why? Why would you have trolls on something so horrific that happened to innocent pregnant mother and her two beautiful babies? I could get into details of just what happened, but they're so horrific to even speak of. It's heart-wrenching. Yet you still will have trolls that have to say something negative. Like, God, learn compassion. Learn empathy. Teach yourself it. Google it. Help yourself. Because this is what's wrong with the world today, is that there's not enough love. There's not enough compassion. Thanks, Misty. You're doing a good job. Chris Watson, some people go too far for banning people with opposing views. Even if we don't agree, they shouldn't be banned. Yes. Yes, it's a rough job, Misty. Misty's got a rough job right now. She's the only moderator on here right now. Poor Misty. Girl, you're doing a good job, though. Alright, Original Chloe is on. Alright, Misty, you got back up. Alright, Chris, I'm going to moderate you. Give me another comment so I can hit it, because yours just disappeared. So, give me a comment, Chris. Because guys, you know, they're the true victims here. You know, we gotta really realize that. It's like, you're not hurting me, you're hurting the victims, and you're hurting the families that have to hear this crap. That's right, Rosemary. He was never normal because of you, Cindy. Chris was actually a technician at a car dealership, and they work on commission. And I can tell you that he maybe made $500 a week doing that. Depends on how many cars get, you know, going through the shop, and how many service advisors write up tickets. Depends on how many hours he can actually turn a wrench to the car. And if it's under warranty, then you're not really making a lot of money on that. So, alright, Chris, you're a moderator now. You know, so... Alright, Harley Chick, what did you mean by when Chris gave the FBI info he slipped on something? Well, he inadvertently outed Kessinger. So if you go back, I have all of the confession tapes that I had asked my lawyer to obtain for me. They're all on my videos. You can go back and listen to them. The second confession is the one that, you know, has a lot. It's very telling. But if you listen to the confessions, he inadvertently tells on her. And you hear the FBI state, oh, it's very interesting that you said that, Chris. You know? And he inadvertently tells on himself by stating, you know, it was in the back of my mind that night. It was only that morning when I knew I was going to do it. Well, that's very telling. Any licensed psychologist, if there's anyone on here that's a licensed psychologist, can back me up on this, will tell you that that was premeditation. Discovery Files even proves premeditation, guys. So his new confession does not add up to the physical evidence. And a pathological liar lies, but the physical evidence doesn't. And I want to, like, keep saying that. Yes, and he got a good job making good money in the oil fields. Absolutely, Catherine. So before that, keep in mind, just because he went to NASCAR Technology or Technical Institute doesn't mean anything. It just gave him, you know, he was a technician that worked on cars, okay? When he got the job as, you know, a person with Anadarko, that's when he did start making money. Shanann was the one that was determined and strong and very good at sales, very good at her job. She was persistent. That girl was so persistent. Did someone here just say that Chris's 401k was solely his? Laugh aloud. She must not be married to say that. Yeah, exactly. Just like my husband's 401k is mine. It's mine too. What's his is mine, and what's mine is his. That's just how it works. Yes, Jalapeno. I hope I said your name correctly. They should speak out at some point and apologize. They should. Kelly, actually, they should stay and get educated on codependency. Toxic behavior is a direct result. Take a seat, ladies. But, oh, I just lost it. I'm trying to read it, and it goes so fast. But yes, codependency is a serious sickness, guys. They have to feel and need wanted. They have to always feel wanted and needed. And it is a sickness. It's not a healthy thing to be codependent, especially on your children, because you want them to grow up, you know, with independence and not be codependent on their parents. Like, there's a comment I seen about Norman Bates, you know, with his mother. Yeah, that type of stuff. That's codependency. No, that wasn't a good choice of words for Cindy. And this is why I'm trying to show everybody, you know, the truth here. I'm trying to show and shine light on the darkness and give you guys a more understanding of what Shanann had to deal with, okay? When Shanann stated in Discovery Files that she would come to terms with her in-laws for the sake of Chris if she was putting a dagger between him and his father, that she would talk to Cindy and she would clear it out for Chris because she loved her husband. But she also stated to her friend, I do feel it necessary to record that conversation, because she knew that she would have to record the conversation because it could get twisted and turned into a lie, which is a typical narcissist. They do that, and they turn things into lies. Yeah, narcissist created another narcissist. Her sweet boy that she raised is a good murderer of 4 people. Yeah, good job, Cindy. You're right. Hi, Maria. These comments are going so fast, guys. I'm so sorry. Bionice, 8-bit princess. This type of thing is comment, and see, as soon as I read it, it just slips right from me. Narcissists are very good at acting like they're normal, guys. This is why they're dangerous. Because what they do is they have this fake facade that they put on. Make everybody feel sorry for them. Get them on their side, you know. And so a narcissist doesn't want you to see who they really are. And once they're exposed and caught, they have serious problems with that. Like, they don't like that. Because now they're caught. And once confronted, they also get extremely upset. Extremely. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, Catherine, Chris would buy things and not finish paying for them and sell them. You're absolutely 100% correct. Shanann controlled the finances for a reason, guys. She controlled it for a reason. And Chris had a credit card that he can spend out of their bank account anytime he wanted. Anytime. Evident by the night before the murders, he spent and used his credit card. So it shows you right there, Shanann didn't have any control over that. He had his own credit card. You know, a wife that controls all of the finances would give you your $5, $10 for your lunch for the day. And you are not getting nothing else. So, you gotta really, like, be objective and listen to the facts, guys. And the facts with the Discovery Files and all of it, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. That's why Chris wasn't allowed to handle the finances, because he was bad with money like most guys. Yeah, Chris. Well, some women actually are bad with money too. Myself included. I like to spend. I do. I'm gonna admit that. I like to shop. I like to shop. The tools he claimed were stolen. I think he sold them, possibly to take her on that trip. I don't think Chris is a narcissist. I'm married to one. Oh, God. I feel so bad for you. I can't see it in Chris Watts. I think he's just incredibly weak, and he just hears the loudest voice. I don't know enough about old Ma Sauerkraut. Nikki, did he have input on that name? Also, please listen to the confession part 2 of 19. Seems like he says not alive. I don't get who talks down on Shanann. I don't either. I will look into that, Allie. In one of the videos with the body cams, you can hear Chris say to the detective that he had carpal tunnel syndrome. Yeah, a lot of technicians do get carpal tunnel syndrome because of working on vehicles. They do get it. And remember, he had carpal tunnel from being a mechanic, yet those hands worked just fine early that morning. Yeah, you're right, Melinda. Because sometimes it depends on your carpal tunnel. Is it bad enough to moderate severe nerve damage? Or can you wear a brace and correct it when it's cotton time? Or is it to the point where it's also caused nerve damage and then you need surgery? I've myself had carpal tunnel in both of my hands just from using a computer and had to have surgery. So... See, he can't tell the truth because he is a sociopath. Exactly, CJ. He is the atypical sociopath. Brooke, why did she think she needed to call her son's grown best friend from high school and badmouth Shanann? The woman is very vindictive and just plain evil. Because a narcissist has to get others on their side, guys. Thanks, Chris, for that donation. Thank you. They have to get other people on their side to agree with them, to make them feel better about themselves. That's how they operate. That's how they work. Sadly, but that's what they do. No, Misty, I don't know how to slow it down. It does go so dang fast. Chris admitted that he was the one that got them into financial trouble. It is in the discovery files that are online. Absolutely, Christmas tree. It's just that people take other people's videos and they take their word for it and they run with it. And they think that, you know, what that person stated in that video is the absolute truth, and they're not. Because discovery files are facts. And discovery files don't lie. Because facts doesn't lie. Evidence doesn't lie. I'm good with money. I just don't have much. Aw, Judy. But that's good you're good with money. Didn't I hear he got fired from a job for being late? I would have to look into that Trump. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to look into Chris yet. Because, you know, of all the other evidence that's already out there. But, you know, I am going to look into him a little bit further of his background. Kids in abusive homes will fantasize and make up stories about lively adventures. You are so correct. They do that. They absolutely do. Chris Watson, thank you, sweetheart. You're too kind. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to take you guys on a short trip with me to get my battery charger. Because for some reason, my phone loves to go kaput. Bear with me. Let me charge in. Sorry guys, I'm taking you all the way to the floor right now. I don't want my phone to die on you guys. Okay. Not a lot of extension here. Jeez Louise. Okay, let me figure this one out. I'll figure this out. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Okay. I'll sit on the floor on this hard tile. Ugh. But guys, keep in mind, my video before, speaking about the Watts, I was very cautious with what I was stating, and I only stated public information. I am not lying to you when I state that. Yes, I did pay for that public information, but it is public information. And the other information I have is what I said I needed to do with my lawyer and do it right, where everyone understands, and do it proper, and cover my own, you know what. So I just want you guys to know that, you know, understand that. Nothing I said was not public information, and I am being totally honest when I tell you guys this. I went from the discovery files to...
Just got done spraying it down with some F11.
Oh,
F11.
sorry. From the discovery files to also my opinions and some public information that, you know, I knew. I still wonder if Cindy Watts had something to do with NK hooking up with Chris Watts. I don't know. Trump. So, Rebecca, you couldn't find anything on NK. Okay. Here's the thing. Oops. Alright. I'm going to say this. Let me be cautious real quick. Hypothetically speaking, if you hire a private investigator and a private investigator can't find you on the map, okay? They can't find you on the map. So whatever that means, you guys read between the lines. And hypothetically speaking, if the private investigator has a database that they use, right? And they go in and they start doing their searches, hypothetically speaking, what happens is this big sign comes up, okay? And the sign comes up and it says, back off. We know where you're going. And this is not verbatim. I'm just giving you, you know, kind of like an idea. It will say, you know, hey, back off. We know where you're going. And I cannot confirm nor can I deny that there is an ongoing investigation. That is all I'm going to say and all I can say at this moment. But she fell off the face of the earth, okay? You can't even track her. I don't care what YouTube channel comes up right now and says, I've located this woman in this place and that place. No. You can't. You can't. Because if a private investigator can't even locate this girl, I don't think any YouTuber can locate this girl. Okay? Now, I can run her and do background checks going through the chains of her father, her sister, her aunt, her mother, and find her that way, which her name is spelled Nichol, Lee Kessinger. There's no E on her name. But that's giving you all old information. It's not giving you anything new, okay? You can backtrack in that way. But I'm talking about it's a different database that they use to find people. Just like, say, a person that's been adopted, they're looking for their loved ones, and they really want their loved ones, right? You hire a private investigator to find that loved one, and they find them because they have a database that they use, okay? So much like a person that works for a police department. Dispatchers have information that will pop up on their screen too, warning them and letting them know certain things, okay? So when a PI, hypothetically speaking, says, back off, that means back off, guys. And the PI, hypothetically speaking, backs the hell off. And that tells you a lot. So, hypothetically speaking, and all of this, you know, I'm just hypothetically speaking here, you know. Trump, she's under witness protection. I don't think she is, honestly. I don't think she is. Because the state doesn't pay for witness protection like that. The state, the only way the state would put her under witness protection, hypothetically speaking again, hypothetically speaking, I'm going to keep saying hypothetically speaking, Jesus, the only way the state pays for that is if they're you know, making you think they're protecting you, but they're actually watching you. Hypothetically speaking, you know, I'm just hypothetically speaking here, guys. Yeah, Kat, not under witness protection. No. I'm telling you, the state doesn't pay for that. This wasn't something where, say that Kessinger went and she had to testify, and Chris actually did go to court, and he went through a trial, and Kessinger was a witness, and her life was in danger, like mob type deal, or, you know, drug type deal, or murder, a witness to a murder. The state pays for witness protection to protect you. I don't know why these two are showing live, which is crazy. But the state will pay for that to protect you, okay? However, the state does not pay to protect a person that never had to go through trial and never was a witness to anything. That's her problem. That's how the state feels. They don't have money or time for that. They don't have money to sit and put her in witness protection. Just like when she was asked during the interrogation to get a victim's advocate. Guess what? She didn't even qualify for a victim's advocate, guys. They stalled that. She asked for a victim's advocate. And did you notice the detective said, well, I tried and they haven't gotten back with me. And Tammy was right there present in the room. Tammy had even stated, you know, because she didn't fall under the lines of having a victim's advocate. Get your own counseling, girlfriend. That's how the state looks at it. I'm just being honest. The state looks at it as get your own counseling, okay? A true victim is one that the police department, when you go to report abuse and there is physical symptoms, or not physical symptoms, I'm so sorry, physical signs of abuse, and you're fearing your life, they will immediately issue you a temporary restraining order, And the police department will then give you a victim's advocate. And that victim's advocate is the one that will go to your job and talk to your job for you. Because, you know, you're not going to want to go to work with bruises on your face. And, you know, and they'll go through the legal process with you of going to the courts, filing the restraining orders. Does the restraining order need to be a temporary restraining order? Does the judge feel there's enough evidence to keep that restraining order on the victim? Victim's advocate has to, you know, kind of get the stuff in line to say, yes, we need at least 2 years, get this abuser in anger management, which never works. And, you know, the courts are flawed. And I'm going to tell you that right now. They're flawed, okay? The courts fail you. They fail a lot of victims, and it pisses me off. But, anyways, yes, it is a lot of badass social work for sure. And, you know, a victim's advocate's mainly the victim's support system, okay? And as a victim's advocate, she does not fall under the victim's advocate, needing a victim's advocate, nor is the state going to pay for a victim's advocate for her. No, guys, that's not how it's going to happen, and that's not what happened. If it did, I don't know how the hell it did. I don't know how that even happened. And if she was in witness protection, I don't know how the hell she'd be in witness protection either. Like, I honestly don't. I'm going back on you guys' comments. I still hate how they handled the mistress with white glove care at her 2 interviews. Yeah, and it seemed like her father was kind of acting like her attorney. Why was the father allowed in the room? For one, that never happens. Unless he was acting like an attorney. And why was the investigator kind of like intimidated by this guy? That I didn't understand when he was saying, don't lead, you're leading. You're leading. He can lead however he wants because he was hypothetically speaking. But her father also knew where that investigator was headed. Trump, she can't be found because she got a new social security number. She possibly paid for this all herself, which you can do. You can get a whole new identity. Not stating that your old social security number is not, you know, there. It's, God, this is so hard to explain. If she did do this herself, okay, hypothetically speaking, if she didn't do it herself and she had help, then that would explain why everything's wiped out, why she doesn't exist. Because when I tell you she dropped off the face of the earth, she's dropped off the face of the earth. But keep in mind, Casey Anthony dropped off the face of the earth too. And she wasn't in witness protection. I don't even know if she changed her name, but, you know, it's a very confusing thing. Maybe Kessinger's father watched too much LA Law. Possibly. Now, guys, I would only be speculating. I hear about him being a Freemason and blah, blah, blah. I would be speculating, commenting on that. What I can confirm, hypothetically speaking, again, is that I found 5 email addresses to her father. What stood out to me is that 1 out of the 5 email addresses at the end states GOV. What does that mean? Well, at GOV is government, okay? Government. Hypothetically speaking, it states government. So, there's more into this than what we all think and, you know, what we all can speculate and believe. Somebody's definitely protecting her, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. And I don't even have to hypothetically say that. Someone's protecting her. Best believe that. Definitely protecting her. Rosemary, they are tracking that email. Misty, Chris, all you guys are doing a good job. All my moderators right now, you guys are doing awesome. Barbara, you can't act as someone's attorney unless you are an attorney with a bar number. You can represent yourself, or an attorney can represent you, but that is it. Yeah, you can do pro se. It's called pro se in court, which you act as your own attorney. The only reason why I could think that legally he was allowed in that interrogation room was because she was coming forward with information to help an innocent family, but yet she deleted emails, so it didn't make sense to me. And what happens in that situation is they allow her father to come into the room just because he's also a witness, because he also met Chris too. So that would explain why they allowed her father into that room. The Watts clan indeed demonstrated homicidal tendencies. Amen. I guess the cops let her dad in the interview so she'd talk because she didn't have to stay. She was not under arrest. Exactly. And then when her father realized that the police officer or the investigator actually was CBI actually. Sorry guys, I'm moving my chair and trying to put my back up against the wall because my back is killing me. When CBI was asking her a question and the father knew that that was a leading question, and the investigator tried to say hypothetically, you know where I'm going with this, and her dad says, oh yeah, I know where you're going with this. Don't do it. Don't go there. You know, what I don't understand is the investigator, why he backed down. I would have said, excuse me, I am going to go there. But then also, keep in mind, investigators have to act like they're on your side. That's how they befriend you. That's how they get information. That's how they keep you talking. That's how, you know, you don't lawyer up because you start to feel comfortable. Making her think she is the victim. Making her think, oh, we are going to get you counseling. Oh, we are going to get you a victim's advocate. They're telling her all the things that she needs to hear so she doesn't think that, oh my God, I'm in trouble for deleting these. And she really did a good act because she knew the camera and the audio was on her when she was acting like, you know, she was struggling through the phone and cursing out loud, you know, that she couldn't get those messages retrieved. And that was an act, a clear act. And for a person that articulated her emails very well, she does have an education, And she was tech savvy, but you can't get back emails that you deleted. Yeah, you could have by going into your deleted emails because you had an iPhone. Once you delete stuff, you can go back into that deleted file and retrieve it back. It gives you a certain amount of days to take it back, like pictures or anything like that. You can get that back. You know, then after a certain time, it automatically deletes it. So her being tech savvy, and then all of a sudden she's not tech savvy anymore, and oh my God, I'm the victim here. Please. Please, guys. Please. Okay? Please. Oh, yes. Festi Taco. That was clear. She was acting. She was easy to read with her tone changes, etc. Absolutely. She couldn't remember important details, but she remembered exactly why she deleted the text. Exactly. And why she even Googled, you know, are text messages traceable? Which type of text messages are traceable? Now, keep in mind, guys, with Apple, text messages that are deleted, it does take them time to get them back. With Apple, you got to fight. Even if you get a warrant, Apple is so good about security, protecting anybody that owns an Apple product. They're so good about protecting your rights, your privacy rights. Okay, so it does take time to retrieve those messages. Now, keep in mind, it can take up to 3 months to 4 months to actually get Apple to take that that warrant and get their lawyers to go, okay, we'll release it. You know, and it takes time. So keep in mind, Chris went down within 4 days. Down. Okay? Less than 4 months, he's already sentenced. Like, so the time it took them to get all her deleted messages that Chris said, you know, hopefully the ones that he left up and didn't delete, that she even told Chris, delete your text messages. Why would you tell him that? Even the FBI coder stated, well, that's very interesting, Chris, that you stated that. Guys, listen to the new confession tapes, okay? Now, I will be the first to tell you I never, ever believed Kessinger had any type of involvement. I still am going to tell you I don't believe that she actually had anything to do with the actual murders. But I do believe in the Charles Manson theory on her. And I do believe she used a lot of that manipulation and pressure to cause him to go over the edge, okay? And this is just based off of analyzing all the discovery files, going back on all of the confessions, going back on his interrogations, going back on everything that I have to keep, you know, going back on. So, her hands aren't clean. No, absolutely, her hands are not clean. Yes, Trump, I think she was the game player. Of course. And then him wanting to give her. You know when you fall in love with someone, you want to give them the whole entire world? You would give them the whole world because you love them so much. You know? You have to think about that. She wanted to be the one to give him his first son. Now, Shanann's going to give him his first son. So right there's the motive to get rid of Shanann for Chris. And go back to the videos that I posted with what he wrote her in those birthday cards. You know, and go back to her first email months and months before they started dating. Where she stated that, you know, she wanted to always have what he had built with his wife and 2 beautiful little girls. Yes, Gloria, we can see ya. Yes, she clearly had daddy issues. Yes, I can put a pickup of Shanann. Absolutely. That's my girl. Why she looked her up in 2017. Exactly. Why did she look her up? Those are all questions that, guys, trust me. The FBI aren't dumb. They're not dumb. Look at this picture. This picture, to me, is the most precious picture I've ever seen yet of Cece and Shanann. You can tell by Shanann's face just how content and just how much she loved those babies and just how much they loved their mom. They felt protected with their mommy. This picture just speaks 1,000 words to me, guys. This is my favorite picture. Yes, Ashley. While she was outside, someone put a bowl of peanuts on the coffee table. That was actually Jamie was instructed to do that. Yes, Trump. She had her eye on him for a while. Best believe that. What she stated to the FBI was lies. Guys, keep in mind that even if they do not connect her to any of this, right? Keep in mind, Martha Stewart went to jail for lying to the FBI. Not because of the crime Martha Stewart did, but because of the lies Martha Stewart told. I heard there was razor blades. Any info on that? Sherry, yes. When I seen in Discovery Files that Shanann was saying, you know, because she was very upset when she walked in the house. There was razor blades everywhere, a bowl of peanuts, where they intentionally did all that to really get Shanann riled up. Guys, she's a mother. She's protecting her baby, okay? Those razor blades, Chris just told in his recent confession what those were. His father is addicted to cocaine. Now, I don't know what cocaine is exactly in crack, what the difference is, but the razors, I guess you crush it up or something. That would explain what Shanann meant when she was going and was very upset to her friends stating that. Because in Discovery Files, I never knew, like, why is Shanann saying there were so many razor blades all over the house? When she walked back inside, all of a sudden there's razor blades everywhere. And then there's a bowl of peanuts. Almost like they're taunting her. You know? It's awful. Yes, clear sailing. Shanann is such an angel. She had evil forces after her from every direction. I really believe that. Aw, thanks, Gloria. Thank you. Yes, Lucid Tarot. Precious mom and baby, their energy is still with those that knew and loved them. Absolutely. I'm going back on you guys' comments. Yes, Kat, there is something angelic about Shanann. There really is, guys. Like, her determination, her passion, and just the love she showed, like, she captured my heart, as she did all of ours, right here. Everyone that's subscribed to my channel, you guys know how much I just love and adore Shanann and her babies and her family. And also my subscribers feel the same way. And she just really, she shined. And everyone just, you know, continue to shine like Shanann, guys. She really did. Look how beautiful. She's so beautiful. And to me, beautiful is the inside as well as the out, but the inside is the most important. And that to me, it just speaks volumes, you know. And her determination to save her marriage. Just imagine everything she went through those last 7 days. That breaks my heart. Like, truly breaks my heart. What are the aliases of Nicole Kessinger? Well, because she fell off the face of the earth, I don't see any aliases right now. I know that there was one she went by, like, you know, I know her sister goes by several aliases, which are, like, really, like, don't even make sense. She's kind of full of herself. She lied about everything. I think she deliberately goes after married men because of her parents splitting up. Possibly. That's one thing, guys, okay? Don't ever go with a married man. A married man, 9 times out of 10, does not leave their wife, okay? And if they cheat on their wife, they're going to cheat on you. You best believe that. Then you get sick guys that are clearly psychotic to do what he did. Definitely psychotic. That kill their family for a mistress. There's several cases out there that that's happened with. So just, you know, to me, if it's not working out in my marriage, I would tell my husband, look, just not working out, and go our separate ways, because I have enough respect for my husband to say, you know what, just not working out, I'm not happy anymore. And I would hope that he would do the same and give me that respect. And also, I would hope in a relationship that, you know, if you were cheating, don't tell your partner, because why mess up their mind because you can't live with your guilt? Why you gotta mess up their mind? Just say, hey, it's not working out, and just go on with your life. I think Shanann would have gone on with her life perfectly and didn't need Chris for anything. Yes, it would have been painful for her raising her 3 kids, but she had her family to help her. She didn't need him. Like, go on with your mistress. Check out. Don't even be in the girl's life. Just go. You know? But Chris, being a psychotic person that he is, he didn't think like that. And that tells you a lot about him too. So when you see all these trolls and everybody taking up for him, that's so confusing to me. Yes, his sister and his mother had it planned to upset her as soon as she came to visit. Just like he planned to murder Shanann and her beautiful babies. My heart breaks for Shanann and family every day. Yes, Tammy, you're so right. Yes, Cage and Kevin, her dad would have gladly taken them in. Exactly. Kelly, exactly. Carry your own water, don't destroy. Yep. Chris, only those that have personality disorders. Yeah. Jennifer, I have 2 boys and I can't wait till the day they find a woman that loves them half as much as I do. Exactly. You want them to have someone that loves them just as much as you do. And you want your children to be happy. You want them to have more than what you could ever have given them. You want them to succeed in life, you know? She said to him at one point, leave if you want to. No, this was not leaving for a mistress. This was just as much about money and being free of responsibility. Exactly. Shanann's mom said he could have signed his rights over and walked away. Exactly. He could have. He could have. Very easily. It's done all the time. You just walk away. It seems Jamie's kids came first. Absolutely. Shanann was quite capable of taking care, yes, of her 3 children. Absolutely. And if she needed any financial help, her parents would have been there for her. Healthy parents are happy to see their children find good partners. Yes, absolutely, I agree. Ren, Shanann should have followed her first instincts and not start a relationship with Chris Watts. To all the ladies, our daughters, sisters, please don't go into a relationship while not in good health. Exactly, because they target people that they know are injured, kind of like an injured bird, right? They know that this person, say for instance, Kessinger is known to be bipolar. Chris is attracted to that. Chris is attracted to injured people. There's a pattern in there. Shanann's first marriage was verbally abusive to her. And Shanann was very open about that. Shanann even became friends with her ex-husband that was verbally abusive to her. Became very close friends. And that wife of her ex-husband, Mrs. King, stated, "Oh my God, I was on the phone with her for so long and I never thought I would like her. And I like her so much." That tells you a lot about who Shanann was, guys. I'm going back on your comments. It would have been easier to be sympathetic to the Watts if they ever seemed remorseful about Bella and Celeste. What's worse is I feel they are utterly unaware of how unconscionable they are. Exactly. You're so right. Yes, Dawn, it's so disheartening. Chris Watson, she was hoping he would want and see what he was missing out on. If she knew NK was in the picture, she never leaves. To Scooter Chick, the last few weeks of her life were so sad, and then to have that happen. I know. They lie, Ohio. I believe he planned the whole thing. I don't believe this sad, I didn't know what I was doing story. Oh, actually, absolutely. All evidence points to premeditation, guys. 100% points to premeditation. He knew exactly what he was going to do. And that morning, he knew that's the day he was going to do it. So he says in his new confession. But he knew what he was going to do. Absolutely, 100%. Like I said, a pathological liar lies, but physical evidence doesn't. Physical evidence does not lie. And it all shows premeditation, guys. And the sad part is the physical evidence shows that the girls died either on the 12th or the 13th. And that's where I'm stuck with. You know, and also what I go into a deeper psychological thought process of one of Shanann's friends showed up the day on the 13th of her being missing. She glances upstairs and Chris tells her immediately, "Oh, the doors are shut because I can't stand to look at their toys up there." But yet, she looks down at the living room and their toys are everywhere. So psychologically, that tells me that Chris did something upstairs way more sinister than the story that he's telling. And everything reassures me that what I'm saying right now is the physical evidence that backs that up, guys. Chris couldn't face, so he shuts the doors of those rooms, okay? In his possible confession, he talks to his father every night. Could have been his father feeding him these stories that are told on YouTube and all over the media about all this other stuff. And so Chris runs with that like he told Tammy, "I ran with what you put in my head, that Shanann did it." So you have to go into a deeper psychological thinking process and understand and listen to the things that they don't say. Yes, Serenity, I wish she and the girls would have stayed in North Carolina. Like I said, guys, their deaths are not going to be in vain. They're not going to be in vain. Knowing the signs, Shanann and the kids should have stayed away, knowing something wasn't right. Absolutely, PH, but also keep in mind that she loved her husband, that she was with for 8 years, that never made her think ever, you know, that he would hurt her or her kids. He always made her feel safe. She would ask him to hold me, make me feel safe. You know, because once you are in a verbal abusive relationship in your first marriage, of course you want your husband to make you feel safe. And, you know, that last 6 weeks, Chris wasn't making her feel safe. He stated something about the baby that didn't make her feel safe. But in the back of her mind, she's still wanting to believe that even though she stated, Chris isn't Chris anymore, I don't know who he is. She still had hope that, you know, I don't think she ever thought that he was going to do. She didn't put all that together. And when I see on Facebook the comment when Shanann put the picture up of the doll that Chris had sent her wrapped up, people commented on that. And Shanann said, well, at least the girls have each other's back. Well, I seen 3 comments on that told her, Shanann, kids at that age don't do that. They don't do that, Shanann. But she laughed it off. You know, she did. She did laugh it off. And, you know, she loved her husband, guys. Just like if someone comes to you right now and say you're in love with somebody, and say your parents or anybody comes to you, and they tell you something about that person you're in love with, you don't want to hear that. You're going to go immediately take up for your husband or your significant other because you love that person, right? So you don't want to hear that. So you ignore those signs that your gut instinct's telling you something isn't right. Shanann knew something wasn't right, guys. And for the mere fact that Chris had wrote that letter the last week that he was with his family, and Cindy had him, you know, put it in an envelope and Jamie kept it, that tells you a lot about his premeditation of his whole entire family, okay? He didn't snap. She didn't cause this. This was a woman that every day reaffirmed to this man. She built his self-esteem up every day. Yes, like any wife, we say things, you know? Like when I first met my husband, he asked me what I wanted for lunch, and I said a grilled cheese. Well, he's not from this country. So he went and got me a grilled cheese, guys, but he put it on bread and put it in the microwave, okay? And my reply was, what the hell is this? This ain't no damn grilled cheese. You know? So as a wife, we're not perfect. We, you know, and at the time I wasn't even his wife. But at the time, it's like, you know, we do say things in a relationship because we're not perfect. We are not perfect people. We're not perfect human beings. We make mistakes. You know, and I have a very healthy relationship with my husband. I love my husband so much, guys. He's a wonderful man, and I am truly blessed. But I have said things to him, too, out of anger. And he is the type that just won't say nothing back. He don't say nothing back to me. He lets me, you know, vent and bitch and say what I gotta say, and, you know, because he don't go there. And, you know, because a lot of men aren't into drama. A lot of men, like, their relationships with their guys, you know, their guy friends, they're not like women, you know. With the saying, you know, a happy wife, you have a happy life, okay? We're women. What woman can't tell me we don't have our days of being bitchy? We all do. Guys, come on. Staying classy. You know, I think the CBI should have asked Chris Watts about that picture of the doll. Wonder what he would have said now about it. They didn't ask because they already knew the answer to it. So when they don't ask the questions, guys, understand it's because they already know the answer. And if you go back to the confessions, you hear clearly what they're asking. And what they're asking is things that they want answers to that they don't have answers to. The things that they already had answers to, they didn't ask. They didn't bother to ask. So you have to think about that. Cajun Kevin, a melted cheese sandwich. Yeah, a melted cheese. When I was talking about a dang grilled cheese. You know, you grill the bread. Yes, springtime. This pic does speak 1,000 words. It does, guys. That's a mother's love. That's a mother's unconditional love. Yes, Trump. I'm going back on your guys' comments. When you have to Google, how does someone feel when you say, I love you? He had no knowledge of human feelings. Exactly. He didn't know how to feel. If you guys are hearing anything in the background, it's my mother in the kitchen. She does slide her feet. And she does make noise, so I apologize for that. What about the reenactment the police did in the baby monitor? They did that to just, you know, because they got to be objective here. Chris is stating that Shanann killed the girls. So why they did that reenactment is just to prove if Chris's story, you know, had any kind of hold up on it. You know, because if, say, they just went straight for Chris and targeted him and only him, then it doesn't show the judge any kind of objectiveness. So kind of like the O.J. Simpson trial where they said the LAPD just went straight for O.J. They didn't even, you know, look at all evidence to be objective. So what they did was they were objective. They went with Chris's scenario. So they went back to the home to redo that scenario to see if Chris's statement was holding up. Scott, I still think it's all a bad dream to wake up to find Shanann and children are all at home. I wish, Scott. I really do. Really, really wish it was a bad dream. Drowned, flee. One thing still bothers me. Shanann didn't trust him to the finances, etc. She did nearly everything in the marriage. She could see that he was a useless... Yet let him deal with security of the home. All right, keep in mind the security of the home is because you're both the homeowner. And so Vivint, when you sign in, you're basically under the same account, the same PIN, everything. So the security of the home, because say if Shanann wasn't home and the alarm went off, Vivint calls you and they ask you for your passcode. If you don't have the correct passcode, they send the police immediately. You got to have a secret code when Vivint asks you when they call you. So that's why Shanann and Chris were linked together. Because only they would know that secret passcode. It's a secret word that you use. Oh, Frank, you're on here. Frank RZUCEK, what a beautiful picture of my daughter and Bella. I love you, Dad. Pop, pop. Oh, you're gonna make me cry, Frank. You're gonna truly make me cry. I'm so sorry. Frank, I'm sorry. Thank you for being on my live. That really means a lot to me. And I have so much love and respect for you guys, okay? And all of my viewers and all of my subscribers, Frank, love you too, okay? And I got your back. We got your back. And yes, your daughter was so beautiful. Guys, say hi to Frank. Everybody say hi to Frank. Everybody put up purple hearts for Frank. This is actual Frank. This is pop-ups on the live feed right now, guys. I'm so sorry, Frank. Everybody give Frank all your love right now. Frank, here's everybody's love for you and your family and for Shanann and those babies. We love you so much. I want you guys just to know how much we love you, how much we pray for you every night, guys. Everybody just keep showing purple hearts. Just keep showing him the love. This family needs this love. Oh, thank you guys for showing him that. Thanks, Frank. I know you guys watch my videos, and it means a lot to me that you came on my live, and know that I am always gonna fight for you guys, and for your daughter, and for your babies. Always. Guys, just keep showing the purple hearts and the love. God, Shanann was so beautiful. Sorry guys, I just got emotional and I'm sorry. When I tell you guys that I have so much love and respect for this family, I have so much love and respect for this family. And I know all my subscribers do. The red hearts will work too, Melinda. All the hearts will work. Frank knows. You guys, they are wonderful people. And it just goes to show just how wonderful they are, okay? By who Shanann was. Who Shanann was. Oh. Just imagine the unimaginable pain this family's in right now. Our hearts go out to you, and God, I just love you guys, and I adore you so much. Oh, yeah, Ren. Do a cookbook, because Shanann loved to cook. Excuse me. See how much love you have, Frank. See how much love you have. The RZUCEKs, you guys have our love. You have all of our love and support, and we will fight for you. We will fight for you. I will never, ever stop fighting for you guys. Never. I'll take the trolls. I'll take them on. They can try all they want, but it's not going to work because, guys, I'm so determined. Shanann captured all of our hearts, all of our souls. These babies captured our hearts and our souls. And you'll always be their papa. See, guys, love always wins over hate, okay? It always wins over hate. Yes, God will get you through this, Frank. And you have so many loving people with hearts and compassion that truly do love you guys. You know, guys, when I tell you I have so much love for this family, you have no idea. No idea. Yes, Connie, love always wins. You guys seen right there, Frank, Papa. You'll always be Papa. Papa was right there. He just came on my live and talking about his beautiful daughter. God, she was beautiful, guys. Stunning. Stunning. Oh my God, Peggy, I know it's broke my heart. Yes, we pray for the RZUCEK, guys. Give them strength. But I know Shanann has, I know the love that she has for them. She's still their angel. She's an angel right now, caressing them, guys. No, Beth, we will never forget their family. Ever, ever. And as long as there's haters and there's trolls, I'm not going to shut my mouth. I'm going to keep fighting for Shanann and these babies. And I'm going to keep fighting for the RZUCEKs. And I won't be stopped. That's right. They are the true definition of love and determination, guys. The RZUCEKs are. They are the true definition of love. To love and to be loved. And they too captured our heart just by who they are. They have, yes, Christine. Yes, Cajun, Kevin, Frank, this channel is good for you. Lots of love for you all right here in support. Absolutely. I have zero tolerance for anybody that tries to say anything bad about Shanann. I'm not tolerating that. I don't allow that on my channel, guys. I try to shut it down immediately. I know, I wish I could take their hurt away too. I know, Sharon. I dream of Shanann often. She comes to me in my dreams. Doreen, thank you. Danelia, Frank is on here right now, so whatever you say, he can see you, okay, hun? So, guys, say what you want to say to Frank. This is Pop Pop. Pop Pop's on here right now. He'll always be Pop Pop. Yes, she is Lucid Tarot. I know Kelly. And she definitely did, guys, when Shanann told her mom, Mom, I want to leave my mark on the world. Guys, she sure did. She sure did. 'Cause she is so loved. She is so loved. Her babies are so loved. Her whole entire family is so loved. I have so much love and respect for her and her family. And guys, this is why I do what I do, okay? And this is what gives me even more empowerment, is when I know, you know, when I see the comment that Frankie left that broke my heart, but then I see Frank pop up on here, it gives me more strength. Just when I feel like giving up and just saying, oh my God, all these trolls, you know? This is what gives me my nudge to just keep going. And that's what empowers me. So they've empowered me. I'm not gonna stop fighting for them. I'm not. As long as these trolls still talk crap and still attack, I'm not gonna stop, guys. I'm not. Thank you, Lucid. That's right. You have trolls because you're telling the truth and they can't handle the truth. That's right, Peggy Sue. We are warriors. Guys, we are. Yes, Frank, we do love you. And we love your beautiful daughter and your beautiful granddaughters. And we love your beautiful wife. And we love your son. And we're here. We support you. We support you so much. My channel is all about love, guys, and love for Shanann and her family. That is what my channel is about, and it will always remain about that. Yes, Lucid Tarot, what happens in the dark will always come to light. You're absolutely right. Look at this, guys. She has touched the lives of everyone around this world. Everyone around this world is in love. I know. They really do, guys. They really do. They have so much courage. I have so much love and respect for them, guys. You have no idea. Yes, Scott. Yes, Nanelia, so glad we have the honor to be here tonight. Blessings to you. We had a novena said for Shanann and her babies. Oh. Guys, understand her family is really mourning and they're in a lot of pain, okay? So, if we fight these haters and these trolls and these lies for them and let them just mourn in peace, let's do that. And that's my job. That's my job. I want to do that for them. And that's what I'm doing, okay? Frank, thanks for, you know, responding and, you know, letting everyone know that you are there and showing everyone that you are there. When I do tell everyone that her family does watch my videos, I tell you guys they watch my videos, okay? And all of your support means the world to them. Trust me, it does. And their beautiful daughter. I mean, look at her, guys. Look at her. And look at that baby. Oh, Chris is so sweet. Guys, I'm going to leave you with this, and good night to Marilyn. Chris, you're right. You can't get more than that.
Are vegans healthy?
Guys.
Are vegetarians healthy? French fries and beer are vegan, so you tell me.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end it with this. I'm so glad Frank Pop-Up came on and everyone can see, you know. So guys, if anyone ever sees some vile comments, especially my moderators and stuff, get them down. Get rid of that stupid crap. And this is where we focus the love on keeping her memory alive, keeping those babies' memories alive. Thank you, Spring. And guys, when I promised the RZUCEKs that I will fight for them, I promise them I'll fight for them. And I won't ever stop fighting for them. All these other people can try to shut me down and shut my mouth, but it's not gonna happen. Just gonna keep fighting. Yeah, Frankie does. He had to put a video up, Chris, just to prove that that was him, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, Denalia. I'm so sorry. They're a wonderful family, guys. Shanann's a wonderful angel now in heaven, and I truly believe that. And every day that I wake up, I always say, you know, what can I do today for Shanann? What can I do for her and her babies today? Yes, Amber, the video's live. Yes, Cajun, this gives you hope. That's right, smash the trolls, guys. Oh, thanks, Fiesta Taco. But guys, you know, when I tell you, like, the hate and being mean, just, you know, come on. The world needs more love and compassion, because these are the victims here. The RZUCEKs are the victims, okay? And I am so honored that he actually came up on my live. Pop-Up came up on my live. And thanks, Pop-Up. You'll always be Pop-Up. Don't you ever forget that. So guys, I'm gonna stop the video and probably cry my eyes out, but this is why I do what I do, guys. This is why I do what I do. She's definitely touched the world, guys. Like, shine like Shanann, everybody. Just shine like Shanann. We are all gonna shine like Shanann. Thank you, Connie. I love all of you guys, too. I love all of my subscribers because you guys are amazing. You guys truly have Shanann's back, and I love that, and I appreciate that. You empower me. You keep me going. You know, just when the haters, you know, come at you, it does make you want to, like, just say, God, is it worth it? But when I see Pop-Up come on, Frank, that does reaffirm to me that I am touching them. And that's just what I want to do, guys. I want to fight for the right people, okay? And I am very emotional right now, but as I'm sure all of you are too, because this has affected the whole entire world, and we do mourn with them. We may not feel their pain fully, but when I tell you that I feel their pain, it's painful to feel it, and I can only imagine And so when I tell you guys, I'll fight for them so that they don't have to. I'll fight for them, guys. Thank you guys for being on live, and thanks for all the loving support. Thanks for showing the RZUCEKs how much you love them. They need it. They need to hear these positive words, guys, because the positive always outweighs the bad. Love always outweighs evil, okay? And, you know, the person that tries to shut down the Cindy Watts, what they don't want known about how she treated Shanann, I'm going to do everything I can to get that video up with my lawyer's help. I promise you guys that I'm not going to stop with that. Because this has to be known and this has to be exposed, okay? Because Shanann went through hell with these people. And yet, she still was a loving wife. And a loving daughter-in-law that still gave these people chances. This is one beautiful woman that we can't ever forget, guys. Thank you guys for being live with me, and thank you, Pop, Frank, for showing all of my subscribers that you are there and that everything they do say, you do hear. And thank you. I appreciate that. And I love all of you guys from the bottom of my heart, okay? Keep spreading the love, guys. This family needs our love. That's right, Rosalie. Staying classy. I love you too. Thanks to all my moderators. You guys did a wonderful job. And guys, I'm just gonna go off of here and probably bawl my eyes out. Then I'll be called a crybaby. But guess what? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Alright, guys. Thanks, Amber. It was an honor. Frank, Pop showing up on here was definitely an honor. I'm honored. I'm totally honored that he came on my live. Guys, it shows that they do hear you guys, you know. And so when all of these terrible things are said, you know, they hear that too. So we have to outweigh the good to the bad. And the good always outweighs the bad, guys. It always outweighs the bad. So right now, when I go off of this live video, I want everybody to do purple hearts and show just how much you love this family. And just how much their daughter and their granddaughters touched our lives. And just how much they've touched our lives. They are so amazing. I love all of you guys. Thank you for subscribing. You guys are amazing. Do not forget to leave your love to the RZUCEKs, please. Thanks, Misty. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, all my moderators. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Sweet dreams. And I'm going to go and cry now. All right. Love all.